was the quadratic formula. So let's review how to solve the quadratic formula. So we got to get everything on the same side, right? Yes. Yeah. Okay. So we end up with 2x squared minus 8x. What is it? Minus 5 equals 0. Okay. So the opposite would be 8 plus or minus the square root of b squared. What? 64. Okay. So then I have minus 4 times, okay, 2 times, let's see, negative 5. All divided by 2 times, okay, 2. Okay, so we have 8 plus or minus the square root of 64. Now, how many minus signs are there? 2. So we know it's going to be a plus. So this is what I do, is I count the minus signs, and I'm like, okay, there's 2 minus signs, so I know it's going to be a plus, and then I just multiply the numbers without any negatives or anything. So I know it's going to be a plus. Be helpful if I turn it on. So I know it's going to be a plus, and then I just take 4 times 2 times 5. 40. All divided by 4. Okay, so I've got 8 plus or minus the square root of 104 divided by 4. So we split it into 2. So 8 plus 10.2 divided by 4 and 8 minus 10.2 divided by 4. So I've got 18.2 divided by 4 gives me 4.55. I've got negative right here. 0.55. Okay. That's my answer. It's here.
So you know it's negative. A and C are both negative. And it's all.
So when I write this out, if there's 2 minus signs, it's going to be a plus. There's 1 minus sign, it's going to be a minus. And if there's 3 minus signs, it's going to be a minus. You count negatives. Anytime there's an even number of negatives, it turns into a plus. Anytime there's an odd number of negatives, it turns into a minus. Okay, some of us skip this step, but aren't quite good enough at it to skip that step. Okay, once we get the hang of it, you'll be able to kind of skip that step a little bit, not have to write that out, but it kind of takes a little bit to be able to do that. Okay, so the quadratic formula is probably the most work out of all of them, but it's the most universal of all of them because you can take any equation and it works. Okay, so if you look at page 63 now, no, 64. Okay, so the first way that we solved these guys was by factoring. Okay, and luckily we've been factoring for like 2 chapters now, right? So we should be getting to the point where we're factoring kind of comes fairly naturally. How do we get to x squared? X and x. How do we get to 40?
10 and 40.
Well, not 10 and 40. That's going to be 400. All right. 10 and 4, I'll give you that. Because that'll give me the 6. Who has to be positive? Who has to be negative to get to a negative 6? Negative 10 and positive 4. Okay. So when we get to this step, now what do we have to do? We have to make 2 equations, right? There you go. Good. X minus 10 equals 0. X plus 4 equals 0. And then we can solve those. X equals 10, x equals negative 4. Alright, so fun. Okay, looking at number 3, what do I have to do to be able to do 3?
Simplify.
We gotta bring the x squared over there. And I have 9x squared minus 25 equals 0. Now, can I take anything out of that? No. But do I have 2 perfect squares? I have perfect squares. So that tells me that I should be able to factor this. How am I going to get to 9x squared? 3x and 3x. How am I getting to 25? 5 and 5. And then if there's no middle, what do I have to plus and minus? There you go. Okay. So if I'm going to solve this, I've got 3x plus 5 equals 0. What's my first step? Minus 5. So I've got 3x equals negative 5. So x is negative 5/3. And since the only difference is the sign here, x is positive 5.
No.
Uh-huh.
If the x equals negative 5 over 3,
Well, because we have 3x equals negative 5.
Oh,
How do you get rid of
divide.
that 3? Yeah, we got to divide. Okay. Here.
So what is the only time that we can make it negative?
What do you mean?
Like on our one or 2 days ago, we only have one.
That was completing the square. This is factoring. We're solving right now by factoring.
So this is the way.
No, this is the way that we've been doing now for 2 chapters. This is not new. By any means. This is the first way the first thing that we learned was graphing. This was the second way we learned to solve this. This should look very, very familiar. Yeah, I said that. We're reviewing all the different ways that we've done so far. Okay. All right. We do have to talk about number 4 because sometimes you get them when there's no C value. Okay, and then that confuses us. What do I do in number 4? Take out a what? And what else? Take out 4x. What do I have left? 3x plus 2, yeah. Equals 0. Now I've got to set them both equal to 0. So 4x equals 0. 3x plus 2 equals 0. What do I have to do with this one? Divide by 4. So x equals 0, because 0 divided by 4 is 0. This one I have to subtract 2 first. So I have 3x equals negative 2. So x is negative 2/3. Okay. Then we learn how to do these by square roots. Okay. And when the only time that you can solve these by taking the square roots is if there's no bx, if there's no middle term, no b. Okay. So the first thing that you have to do is get x squared all by itself. So number 1 or number 7 is x squared all by itself. Yep. So then what do? The square root of both sides. Yeah. So square root and square root. X equals 15, but be careful, what else squared gives me 225? Negative 15. So x equals 15, x equals negative 15. Okay, if I'm looking at 8, what's my first step? Add 1. So 4x squared equals 49. Then what? Divide by 4. Now, are these both perfect squares? Yeah, so we're going to leave it as a fraction because if they're perfect squares, I can take the square root of both the top and the bottom. So x equals 7/2 and x equals negative 7/2. Okay, not so bad, right? And then we learned my favorite, completing the square. Woo! What's my first step? Complete the square. Yeah, we gotta move that 65. So x squared minus 18x equals negative 65. All right, then I gotta do something special. What is it? B divided by 2 and then do what? And then square. So b divided by 2 is negative 9. Squared is 81. What do I do with that 81? I'm going to add 81. So I took b divided by 2 and squared it. So in this case, it was negative 18 divided by 2 squared. I'm just writing it out for those that are viewing at home. For at-home viewers. Hey, now what? What do you what? Okay, but in high school, what do we say? X.
Oh, subtract.
Well, or minus. Okay. Okay, so that means we're factoring. So x minus who? 9 squared equals, what do we get over there? 16. Then what? Square root of both sides. So x minus 9 equals 4. X minus 9 equals negative 4. And last step, solve it. X equals 13. X equals who? Positive 5. Okay, do we need to do one more completing the square? Okay, Mara?
Okay, so on the quiz or the test,
Uh-huh.
or whatever, are you gonna tell us if we get to find the vertex or not?
Yeah.
Can we do this next one?
Sure.
For these, just to be sure,
Mhm.
you will be telling us like complete the square.
Mhm.
Product.
Yep, and then there'll be a couple where it says do what you want. Okay, do your method of choice. Okay, let's talk about how to do. So right here on this one, let's talk about the vertex. I move my 16 over, right? So x minus 9 squared minus 16. So my vertex is 9 comma negative 16. Okay, you always take this step right here and move everything to the same side.
Can we do that when we, on the quiz?
You can, yeah. Okay, so let's look at 12. First step. Subtract 55. So x squared plus 16x equals negative 52. So I gotta combine it with the 3 that's over there. Okay, and then b divided by 2. 8 squared is. So we add 64 to both sides. Then what? Factor it. So x plus 8 squared equals 12.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is the point where you would find your vertex, if you're going to find your vertex. Okay, I'm going x plus 8 squared. If I move that 12 over, what do I have? Minus 12. So my vertex would be negative 8, negative 12. Okay? Okay, but if we keep going to solve this guy, what do I do? Square root of both sides. So x plus 8 equals, you're going to have to help me out, 3.46. X plus 8 equals negative 3.46. And the last step is solve. Subtract your 8. X equals negative
4.54.
negative 4.54. Subtract your 8. X equals negative 11.46.
So you can do either way.
What do you mean either way?
So you can either do like the
No, this is the vertex. The vertex is the vertex. Remember when you graph this and this is two completely separate things. The vertex is where does it cross, or where's my vertex? This is where does it cross the x-axis. Okay, so when you're solving, you're doing this. If you're finding the vertex, you're doing this. Okay, but this is solving when you're finding your x equals. Okay, here?
2 questions. One, on our quiz, is it going to be on stuff that we just learned or just or graphing?
It's going to be on all the solving. Every single way that we've learned to solve.
Okay, and oh yeah, and can you use any way to answer any of the problems?
No, we just stated there's, okay, this is why you gotta kind of listen. This was the question that just came up, right? Okay, and so there's gonna be a section where you have to graph, a section where, yeah, there's gonna be a section where it says solve by graphing. There's gonna be a section where it says solve by finding square roots, solve by factoring, solve by completing the square, solve by quadratic formula. Then there'll be a little section where you can pick your time, but you don't get to pick which one you choose.
Yeah, I know.
No,
Which one's the right?
it depends on the problem.
So what kind of problem would work for like?
These. Like, what do you mean? Like, the only time you can complete the squares, there's nothing in front of x squared. Okay, and usually it helps. This has always been a middle or a even number, right? Okay, we already talked about square roots. That's when there's no middle term. Okay, factoring, it has to be factorable. Okay, quadratic formula you can use on anything.
So for the one where we can choose quadratic every time.
That would be your choice. That's why it's called you choose.